We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit. Happiness resides not in possessions and not in gold. Happiness dwells in the soul. First, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. The way to gain a good reputation is to endeavor to be what you desire to appear. The foundation of every state is the education of its youth. The mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be kindled. The most difficult thing in life is to know yourself. For a man to conquer himself is the first and noblest of all victories. Worthless people live only to eat and drink. People of worth eat and drink only to live. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Human behavior flows from three main sources: desire, emotion, and knowledge. No man ever steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river, and he's not the same man. You will never do anything in this world without courage. It is the greatest quality of the mind next to honor. Courage is the first of human qualities because it is the quality which guarantees the others. True wisdom comes to each of us when we realize how little we understand about life, ourselves, and the world around us. There's nothing permanent except change. Moral excellence comes about as a result of habit. We become just by doing just acts, temperate by doing temperate acts, brave by doing brave acts. If I had followed the multitude, I should not have studied philosophy. Silence is better than unmeaning words. The secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. What you leave behind is not what is engraved in stone monuments, but what is woven into the lives of others. It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. The happy man is the one who has a healthy body, a wealthy soul, and a well-educated nature. Difficulties are things that show a person what they are. No human being will ever know the truth, for even if they happened to say it by chance, they would not even know they had done so. You can discover more about a person in an hour of play than in a year of conversation. Change is the end result of all true learning. Education breeds confidence. Confidence breeds hope. Hope breeds peace. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Education is learning what you didn't know you didn't know. Education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. When you're offended at any man's fault, turn to yourself and study your own failings. Then you'll forget your anger. He has the most who is most content with the least. Good character is not formed in a week or a month. It is created little by little, day by day. Protracted and patient effort is needed to develop good character. Good people do not need laws to tell them to act responsibly, while bad people will find a way around the laws. The more I read, the more I acquire, the more certain I am that I know nothing. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire. I don't need a friend who changes when I change, who nods when I nod. My shadow does that much better. Good means not merely not to do wrong, but rather not to desire to do wrong. There are two things a person should never be angry at: what they can help and what they cannot. Much learning does not teach understanding. We must free ourselves of the hope that the sea will ever rest. We must learn to sail in high winds. Pay attention to your enemies, for they are the first to discover your mistakes. I count him braver who overcomes his desires than him who conquers his enemies, for the hardest victory is over self. Everything existing in the universe is the fruit of chance and necessity. What you leave behind is not what is engraved in stone monuments, but what is woven into the lives of others. Wait for the wisest of all counselors to judge you, which is time. The worst of all deceptions is self-deception. No one that encounters prosperity does not also encounter danger. The greatest gifts we can give our children are the roots of responsibility and the wings of independence. What we learn with pleasure, we never forget. Develop a passion for learning. If you do, you will never cease to grow. The energy of the mind is the essence of life. The art of living well and the art of dying well are one. World is decay. Life is perception. When health is absent, wisdom cannot reveal itself, art cannot manifest, strength cannot fight, wealth becomes useless, and intelligence cannot be applied. If you enjoy our videos, make sure you subscribe and click on the like button for more inspirational quotes.